Central Intelligence Agency was interested in this guy. Senator Gary Hart runs down here, and he wants to know all about it. Of course, he was getting ready to run for president. Did the government people try to control the investigation?
The whole city of Washington and the whole federal law enforcement that got involved with the Rosselli case were all full of shit.
I firmly believe that they knew more than they were telling us. Many people believe Rosselli's murder was the result of his testimony at the hearings in Washington, that it was tied to all the talk about the CIA Castro plot, the Kennedy assassination.
Johnny Rosselli had been talking way too much.
We found out that he had pissed off a lot of people. He lived a charmed life for a long while, but he didn't realize he had gotten old, and the charm had worn off. He kept saying that nobody was going to bother a retired old man. Well, he got that wrong. Chapter 1. Out of the Past. Beverly Hills, California, May 6th, 1966.
Johnny Rosselli walked down Brighton Way.
He was in no hurry, enjoying the warm spring weather and the streets full of pretty girls on their lunch break. Silver-haired and suntanned, groomed to perfection, he was fresh from his weekly visit to Drucker's barber shop, in big dark glasses, custom-made suit, alligator shoes. A hard-looking, confident-looking man in late middle age, he appeared very much a part of that opulent neighborhood. Passers-by might have taken him for a motion picture producer, or a powerful agent, even an old movie star, one of those tough guy actors from the days of black and white. Nearing the corner of Brighton and Rodeo Drive, he paused before crossing. And as he stood there, he felt a sensation at his back, a sudden change in the atmosphere, like the chill from a dark cloud crossing the sun. With a glance over his shoulder, he saw two men in black suits coming up the sidewalk. Coming up, flanking him at the corner. One of the men said, "John, we need to talk to you." He gave no reaction and started across the street. They followed, and on the other side they moved ahead of him and blocked his way. Staring through big, dark lenses, Johnny Rosselli said, "You know how it goes, fellas. If you got a problem, go talk to my attorney." The second man said, "You don't want your attorney to know about this." The first said, "This is different, John. Something new. You need to take a look." The second man held out a buff-colored envelope. Johnny looked at the package, but kept his hands at his sides. "Listen, for your own good. The Bureau knows who you are." Johnny looked past him, as if no one were there and nothing had been said. "Do you understand? We know everything." The first man held out a business card. It read, "Dupar's Restaurant," with an address in Thousand Oaks. "This is a place where we can meet, after you've had a look in the package." Johnny glanced at the card, but did not take it. And he did not take the package, saying, "If you got a subpoena, give it to my attorney. I don't know what you're talking about." He started walking again. "Have a nice day, John," said the second man. "We'll be seeing you." Halfway to the next corner, he stopped and looked back. The two FBI agents were gone. "You have a nice day, too. Vaffanculo. In the ass." He entered his place on the 8th floor of the Glen Towers Apartments, a large, modern, sleekly furnished apartment with a sweeping balcony view of western Beverly Hills. Slipped under the door was the envelope one of the men on the street had tried to give him. He picked it up and dropped it on the glass-topped coffee table in his living room. He went to the telephone and dialed his attorney's office. He stopped. He put the phone down. He went to the bar and fixed himself a drink, took it to the couch by the coffee table. He smoked most of a cigarette and then reached for the envelope and unsealed it. He withdrew the contents. There were 2 pieces of cardboard packing